Good afternoon, CT Collectibles. This is C, and I hope everyone is doing well today. Today we're introducing a new series. It's called 3 on 3, and this is the top 3 risers and 3 fallers for basketball land. And the reason for this series is I don't want to finish up my top 10 outfielders for baseball, and so I figure I should do something that is a lot easier. I have the rankings done, but I don't have the write-ups done, so I figured let's look at basketball, which I haven't had a lot to do with since 89-90 Skybox. So take this with a giant basketball-sized grain of salt, and we'll see what we can make of this one. And we'll start it off with Steph Curry, who is our number 3 faller for the week, down 55%. This is the 2012 Prism. I think that's the one everyone goes for. And I believe it's his rookie card. I think that's when I finally gave up on the Timberwolves when they passed on him. So right now we are looking at a pretty decent drawdown from here. $210 is about the high. You've got like 60 or 80 bucks for that low, and it's just heading down towards that range. So it looks like it's at a pretty interesting buy spot here. There's maybe a little bit more downside, but probably more upside than downside. But it's really been struggling over the last year with that $210 on the upside. So that is kind of your sell point on this one here. So if it can make it back into the zone, really right into here is a good spot. And if it gets down to here, that is extremely attractive. And with Steph Curry, I mean, his price is coming down this hard. There's probably no reason for it unless the entire basketball market is collapsing. All right. So moving on to our number 3 riser for the week, and we've got Kobe. All right. I know this name. Up 185%, and that's your number 3 riser, for crying out loud. So long-term uptrend is intact, and so you've got a nice bounce at the bottom of the range here. So you do have a declining trend line here that it needs to break out, but then perhaps it can come back into this area here where you've got the $150 area or something like that. So its high level was 220 bucks. And right now it's sitting around $60, so a decent pullback from the top of the range here. So we'll see what happens. If it can kind of come back up. This is an area where there's been a lot of buying before, so it seems like a reasonable place. So but you're kind of in. There's a little bit of downside, probably more upside, but I don't know if it gets up to here. I'm not sure what this version of the card should usually go for by any stretch here. So anyways, trend is down, but it was a nice bounce here. So we'll see if it can break through that. But until it does, either wait for it to come back down here or wait for that breakout. All right, our number 2 faller for the week is Kobe. I'm out of paper to throw at my camera here. So, all right, down 58% for the week here. Again, long-term trend is up. And it's sitting at the bottom of the range here, which makes it kind of interesting here. So, $150 card. Its high price was $600. And this is the raw 1997 Topps Chrome, I think. So I don't know if you see that price again here, but at the bottom of the range has presented a pretty decent buying opportunity in the past. If it happens to fall out of here, then you're looking at $60 to $90, which seems cheap for a guy that I know. So 150 bucks, decent spot to maybe buy that one, and that's usually what is the case with the big decliner. So our number 2 riser for the week is Kevin Durant, KD. I know this one as well. So long-term uptrend going back a couple of years is intact. Top of the range, coming back down to the bottom of the range. That's your buy right here, and otherwise you're kind of going sideways right now. So maybe it makes its way back up to this top area. So its high price is about $427. Currently, it's sitting at $300. So we'll see if it can make its way back up there. But then that's maybe a decent spot to take some profits. But the more you bump your head up against this, the greater the opportunity or greater chances are that it eventually kind of busts out here. So right now, I don't know if there's a lot to kind of do with it. If you get another stab at it down here, that's your spot. But again, the trend is up in the long term. So if this is a card you're looking at, big believer in Kevin Durant, then you kind of want to take advantage of this sideways consolidation action. All right, our number 1 far for the week, down 60%. Kobe's former teammate Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Daddy 92 Topps Gold. I think this is the raw. So you had this big consolidation between $2 and $8. So go ahead and kick yourself now. Then you had the breakout, and it consolidated further, kind of in this looks like $30 to $40 range, upwards of 80 or 90 bucks, and it did that for quite a while. And then everybody lost their damn mind over the last year, and it really busted out. Now it's coming back to settle in right in this area here. So if it holds in here, and it probably holds, and you've got more consolidation. And again, I don't know what the catalyst would be to drive it higher here, but we'll kind of see what happens. But again, its high price was at $406. Currently, it's sitting at 100 bucks. So it's not a bad price, really. So this was, when you see these low volume moves, again, we could talk about those being sells, and sometimes they come back, and sometimes they don't all the way come back. But you just want to let it kind of settle in and see where that buying starts to accumulate again. So that's where it happened, and it seems like a decent spot at least. But you could have some further downside. But it's a $100 card, so you're not going to get killed on it, I don't think. So All right. And our number one riser for the week, and this is not a card I would normally throw up, but Skylar May's 2020 Prism. I think these just came out here, and there's not a lot of sales on this one. So they started coming out. You had a couple auctions, ending in the $3 to $4 range, and then a best offer kind of at that $9 range, and then a buy it now or something like this. So when things come out at first, ignore them. Just, I don't care who it is for the most part. I mean, you might miss out, but for the most part, you're going to get better prices. People just panic buy into these things. They're just, I can't wait anymore. I have to have this card. And this goes for a lot of things. When it first comes out, people just rush in and panic. Let things settle in. And again, sometimes it's going to be higher, but more often than not, you're going to get a better price on that. So, all right, there's 3-on-3, and one of these days I'll finish up my top 10 outfielders. Like I said, I got the rankings down, but doing the write-ups, I just have no motivation for that today. So, but I'm motivated enough to draw a couple lines here, and I hope you enjoyed, and have a great rest of the day. Bye.